Hello, and welcome to the Tower Coffee Hour, your news channel for the Mueller neighborhood in Austin, Texas. I am Preston, or Tyree, your host for this episode, where we had a chance to attend the kickoff party for José Chito Vela for City Council District 4. We had a few other city council members there, and the district attorney spoke as well. We were at Knomad, which was a great venue for this type of gathering, and the event attracted a good grouping of people who are supporting Councilmember Vela. I only grabbed a couple of shots, as technically this race is not on the ballot for Mueller, but this district is right across 51st Street, so we felt it was important to hear some of his position.
A few years ago, those of us on the school side of things were working on a bond, 2017 education bond, about $1.something billion. And many of us were not happy with the distribution of resources and where they were going to land in the city. That was the first time I got to know Chito, as we were working through how to create an education bond that was right for not just one section of the city, but the entire city. You fast forward 5 years later, 2022 I think it is, we end up passing a $2.4 billion education bond.
And that's just such a key goal. We want people to have a home in Austin, to be able to live in Austin and not have to pay half their salary for the apartment or the home that they're living in. And we're working on that. We're doing it. We're seeing rents drop. We're building smaller houses that people can actually afford. And we're making progress, and we're excited about it. And I got to thank so many people in this room that have done that. Their time, their effort. Thank y'all so much. On one of the things that I'm most proud of, thinking about our city and what we've done, has been raising the minimum wage for city employees to $20 an hour. Those are the kinds of things, and after the city did that, everybody followed step. Travis County did that, Austin ISD did that, and that is real money in working class people's pockets that's changing lives. I am so proud of that. And not only that, but after we did that, that's when all of a sudden we could hire lifeguards. That's when we could hire crossing guards. That's when we were able to fill a lot of the critical positions in the city and deliver quality services to folks out there. It's been just a pleasure. But as much as we've done, there's still a lot to do. And real quickly, I just want to talk about priorities for the second term. We need a police contract with transparency and accountability that Austin voters have demanded. That's just such a critical part of government. It's a major element of just democratic governance. Transparency and accountability are absolutely key, and I will not budge on that. We're going to have a police contract with the transparency and accountability that Austin voters demand. The next thing that we got to do, thinking about the second term, is Project Connect. We got to get that bill. Ken Paxton is trying to stop us, and sadly, there are people in Austin that are joining in the effort to stop Project Connect, joining with Ken Paxton. Shame. We're simply, we're not going to meet our climate goals. We're not going to meet our economic development goals. We're not going to meet our affordability goals unless we have high quality mass transit in Austin, Texas. Let's get it done. It reminds me of that that we should have done it years ago, but it's like that saying about the best time to plant a tree. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is today. And so let's build that, let's get it done. And then thinking about, again, goals for the second term, we've got to close a Fayette power plant, the coal-fired power plant that Austin has. Again, we're not going to improve our air quality. We're not going to decrease carbon emissions. We're not going to tackle climate change unless we close that power plant. We're going to get that done. That's going to be a major goal for the second term. And again, thank y'all so much for coming. Thank y'all so much for your support. touched. Thank y'all for being here. But again, please donate. every dollar counts. It really does. It's not these are not huge campaigns. They're not the most expensive campaigns in the world, but we've got to do outreach. We've got to knock on doors. We've got to get materials printed. We've got to do all those kinds of things like that. And it doesn't happen without money. I really appreciate your donations and your support. Thank y'all so much. Enjoy yourself. The game's on. The debate's going to be on later. So we're partying at Knomad.
So let me see if I can remember the points he made. First, affordable housing, a living wage, police contract, Project Connect, and finally close the Fayetteville power plant. Oh, and of course, he wants your support. So that's it for the kickoff party for Jose Chito Vela, District 4, City Council of Austin, Texas.